Ag Day Weather, brought to you by
Superior Proven Performance. The most sites of action in the industry. BASF Advanced Weed Control for growers from BASF, the chemical company.
We're back now with a check of weather on this Thursday morning. Mike, I know you have a tough job as a meteorologist and you don't always get the compliments, you usually hear the complaints. So I do want to give you kudos because last week you said two different models showed two different things, but the European model showed that cold front coming through. And boy, are we going to see that for us on the eastern half this weekend.
Yeah, it's coming. There's no question. And at this point, I see colder than normal temperatures for the eastern two-thirds of the country, maybe even the northern Rockies, right through the rest of November and into early December. This is a cold weather pattern that we're heading into, and it's not exactly warm in the southeast today, but it's going to be warmer than you're going to see coming up. Let's put the maps into motion. Snow already coming into Colorado, Wyoming, western Nebraska. That will be spreading rapidly across the northern and central plain states into parts of Iowa, southern Minnesota, and all the way into parts of Wisconsin as well. You can see that area of low pressure moving northeastward. So rain will be out ahead of it across the lower Great Lakes, middle Mississippi Valley, and parts of the Ohio Valley. No big thunderstorms with this system, thank goodness. Next system is going to be a slow mover. It's kind of cut off from the rest of the map, and we're going to just see that kind of sit there with some rain in parts of Southern California, kind of unusual there, and then snow in the higher elevations. By tomorrow morning, you can see a lot of this snow is already north of the Great Lakes. That's the system snow with it. Rain will be developing behind the cold front, and that will create actually some sleet and freezing rain. Parts of northern Texas into Oklahoma, snow back in New Mexico. So an unusual weather pattern for November. There's the blast of really cold air. This will be by far the coldest air of the season coming into the northern plains. That will be spreading across the Great Lakes, so heavy lake effect snows as we head into the weekend in many parts of the Great Lakes. Let's take a look at precipitation estimates over the past 24 hours. The heaviest amounts have been in South Florida with that stationary front that I really didn't talk about on the map because there's so much else going on. But you can see the areas of rain that are starting to develop, and of course some of this is melted snow. But adding on the next 36 hours, the majority is going to be from northeast Texas and Arkansas all the way up into the lower Great Lakes in the form of rain. And this activity in the southwest will be rain in the lower elevations, but snow in some of the higher elevations. Speaking of snow, there's what's already fallen. Parts of Wyoming and northern Colorado have seen some heavy amounts, mainly in the higher elevations, but it is going to spread northeastward. Now, our model not quite as impressed with snow amounts over the next 36 hours as it was yesterday, but there's still going to be a decent snow from Nebraska on up into Wisconsin. And again, the lake effect over the weekend is going to really intensify. There are the temperatures this afternoon. Look at that. Teens all the way down into northeastern Colorado. 40s and 50s, Great Lakes into the Ohio Valley, 70s by the time you get to the Gulf Coast. And then the cold air just continues to spread. These are tomorrow morning temperatures, widespread teens all the way down into parts of northeastern New Mexico. And then tomorrow afternoon, the cold air just continues to press. So we're looking at some very cold air. Most of the plain states by tomorrow afternoon and even into the Great Lakes. Jet stream, as you can see, we're going to see a piece of this come northeast. That's that cutoff part I was telling you about. That's a cold shot of air as we head into the weekend. Another shot coming for the middle of next week. And look at the overall pattern is for definite cold to continue. Great Lakes and most to the east. That's a look across the country. Now let's take a look at some local forecasts. In Sterling, Colorado, breezy, very cold with snow at times, high temperature of 17 degrees. Taking a look at Davenport, Iowa, cloudy with showers at times, high of 49. And finally, Durham, North Carolina, partly sunny and pleasant, the afternoon high 55.